Today is the start of the two holy observances. It's Good Friday for Christians, and it is the first night of Passover for Jews. But this is no calendar coincidence.
Our next guest says Judaism and Christianity have traveled through the centuries, bound to each other like spiritual siblings. Very nice. Rabbi Jason Sobel is the founder of Fusion Global Outreach, which hosts an annual Passover Seder for Jews and for Christians. Always nice to see you, Rabbi. We're glad you're here.
It's great to be here with you. Thanks.
This weekend kicks off the much-anticipated TV series AD, The Bible Continues. That's the Mark Burnett project that we've heard a lot about. We expect to see more about Christianity after the death of Christ. But that seems to be where Judaism and Christianity kind of go in two separate paths. What more can you say about that this morning for people maybe that aren't as familiar?
Yeah, actually, the separation and parting of the ways between Judaism and Christianity was slow and gradual and didn't actually finally split until the 4th century. And on the Jewish side, it was really more of a sociological more than a theological issue. It was over the question of Jewish identity. The first followers of Jesus were Jewish. They were considered a sect of Judaism, but they made a decision that Gentiles did not need to convert to Judaism and keep the Torah in order to inherit the kingdom of God. And this created a controversy in the Jewish community, especially when the message of Jesus came to be believed by many Gentiles, and it kind of came into this new movement. And so there was this kind of idea on the Jewish side post 70 AD that this was no longer a Jewish movement because it was not primarily made up of Jews. On the Christian side, the break began because of Emperor Constantine. That really finalized it at the Council of Nicaea 325 when he decided to completely split Judaism and Christianity. He had kind of an anti-Jewish bias because of his pagan background, and he decided to split Easter and Passover and wanted to excommunicate any Jewish or Gentile believers in Jesus who wanted to keep any of the Jewish customs or traditions.
Why do you believe it's important for Jews and Christians to become more unified?
Yeah, I believe we live in a world that's broken and fragmented, and now more than ever we need shalom and we need love for one another, and we are meant to be family. Faith isn't meant to divide, it's meant to unite, and we need to model that love and goodness to the world. And I believe when faiths unite and Jews and Christians unite especially, we become an unstoppable force for change and transformation in the world. And Messiah's message and the Torah's message is one of love the Lord and love your neighbor, so we have to live it.
You said it. And you live by that because you have this annual Fusion Passover, this Seder, that you get everybody involved. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's so important for Christians to understand the historical roots of their faith, to understand Jesus in the New Testament and its original context, to get the fuller, richer picture. And it's also important for Jews to understand that Christianity started out as Judaism. To begin the dialogue, to bring us together, to build relationships is so important. And this year, as part of our Seder, we're actually talking not just about slavery from Egypt, not just about the Last Supper, but there are more modern day slaves in the world than ever. And so we're partnering with an organization called KTLA, run by the former general manager of the Dodgers, Kevin Malone. And some of the proceeds raised is going to go to free modern day slaves.
And when is it happening and how can people get involved?
This Saturday night, 6 p.m. in Studio City at the Sportsman's Lodge. And they can go to RabbiJasonSobel.com to find out more information.
Rabbi, thank you so much for being here this morning.
It's great to be here with you. Thank you so much.